Hey, greetings programs. Welcome back to Cult Classic Neo. Today, let's talk about why the NES Classic Edition selling out is actually good news for the older gamers here in the club. You know, the dudes that were born before the Nintendo 64 was a thing. So, why is it good news? I think it's because the high demand for a system that only plays 30 extremely old games can't really just be novelty. Like, I want one more thing to plop down on my desk full of electronics. I think what it shows is that still today, gamers have the desire for the simple pleasures of picking up a game, playing it, and enjoying it. Whereas for the last 15 to 20 years, games have been trying to add depth of play, okay? And in my opinion, most games that have attempted to do that have missed the boat because they haven't added depth. In fact, I'd argue that depth comes more from storytelling nowadays than anything else. What they've added is complexity. I'll give you an example. You've played 7 Days to Die or Rust on the PC. Minecraft does this to a lesser degree. Star Citizen does it to an insane degree. And it's this. All those games took a very old dynamic of video games, i.e. the health bar, right? Go back to Metroid, which is playing on the screen behind us here. You had the health bar up here, getting it in. But now I've added a food bar and a water bar. So now the player doesn't really have more depth because he's surviving because he needs to find water and food. You've just given the player 3 health bars to manage. That's all it is. And, you know, it's under the guise of, well, you need water and food to survive. Yeah, no kidding. But I also probably need to take showers. The game doesn't make me take a shower to survive. You see what I'm saying? So games have just been adding complexity upon complexity. And then you look at a game like Star Citizen, good Lord, the level of advanced PhD physics degrees you need just to be able to fly the ship. Like, I basically was typing in, hey, can you help me out here? I don't know how to fly anything. And people were telling me how to do it. People still want games that they can pick up and play. And I'm not saying that I don't like any complexity. You know, I've revered something like The Witcher 3, which is obviously a bit more complicated than the games it's based on. But at the end of the day, we still want to pick games up, play them, and love them. And I don't want to see a world where all we see are these rehashes of survival games where I have to manage, and Terraria does it too. I forgot to mention that one. Now I have to manage 3 different health bars, or Starbound, same thing. Like, oh, Starbound has hot and cold. Like, I got to build a fire because you're going to freeze to death. You're adding complexity and forgetting that really the joy of play comes from having a goal. Right? This is simple game design. I don't mean video game design. I mean game design. You have a goal. You have yourself or a team of people who wish to achieve that goal. You have the rules governing how you are allowed to achieve that goal. And then you're given some type of opposition to keep you from trying to reach the goal. And then the overcoming of that challenge is where the joy of play comes from. But now it's like you don't have just that. Now you have a health meter and a water meter, and you press the button too hard on Madden and it threw the ball wrong. Like, I don't need my video games to be real life. I've never wanted them to be that. Just keep it simple, game designers. And for those of you who love that simulation type stuff, yes, I think Star Citizen needs to exist. And I'm hoping that it gets playable for people like me as it continues to develop. But for the love of God, thank you, Nintendo, for showing us that the world still wants to play simply fun games. God bless you. Remember to subscribe if you haven't already. I love you guys, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.